Once upon a time, when things cost much less than they do today, a young boy, around 10 years old, walked into a coffee shop. He quietly found an empty table and sat down, waiting patiently. Soon, a waitress came over and placed a glass of water in front of him. The boy looked up and asked, "How much is an ice cream sundae?" 50 cents, the waitress replied briskly, though not unkindly. The boy reached into his pocket, carefully counting his coins. As he did, the waitress began to grow impatient, glancing at the growing line of customers waiting for a table. After a moment, the boy looked up again and asked, "How much for just plain ice cream?" The waitress, now visibly annoyed, replied curtly, 35 cents. The boy nodded, counted his coins again, and said with a small smile, "I'll have the plain ice cream, please." The waitress quickly returned with the plain dish of ice cream, placed it in front of the boy, along with the bill, and hurried off to attend to other customers. The boy ate slowly, savoring every bite. When he was done, he walked to the cashier, paid his bill, and left. When the waitress returned to clear his table, she froze. Next to the empty dish were 15 cents, neatly placed as a tip. She stood there for a moment, realizing what had just happened. The boy had exactly 50 cents, enough for the sundae he had originally wanted, but he had chosen plain ice cream instead, just so he could leave her a tip. The waitress felt a wave of guilt wash over her. She had dismissed the boy as an indecisive child, wasting her time. But in reality, he had been thoughtful, kind, and considerate, qualities she had overlooked in her impatience. She wished she could see him again, to offer him an ice cream sundae and an apology, but the boy never returned. This story reminds us how often we judge people or situations too quickly. We jump to conclusions based on incomplete information, leading to misunderstandings, hurt feelings, and poor decisions. The waitress assumed the boy was wasting her time, but his thoughtful actions proved otherwise. This teaches us an important lesson. Judging too quickly often blinds us to the truth. Whether in relationships, at work, or in everyday life, patience and empathy allow us to see the bigger picture and avoid regret. So, the next time you feel the urge to judge, take a step back and seek to understand. It just might change your perspective and lead to a better outcome.